Wow, Barrington, your life is filled with so many interesting experiences. Let's stretch our legs. Let's take a look inside your Roses bar.
I'm too experienced to be taking for a stroll. Too experienced for someone to rock and roll.
I
Too
absolutely love.
experienced to be taking for a ride. And I know it's not my foolish pride. No, you see, they hates the sight of me because they cannot hold me down. I'm too experienced to be taking for a stroll. Too experienced for someone to rock and roll.
I absolutely love that song. Where do you get the inspiration for your songs? How are you writing so many songs?
Well, I get my inspiration from everyday people, everyday people's life. You know what I mean? You go out on the road and you see, remember the world is like an encyclopedia. You know what I mean? You just have to just look and see what's going on and observe conscious things, things that people need to hear about. And that's the inspiration right there. It's right in front of you, everyday people.
Is there a favorite song that you have written?
Vice versa love.
Why?
Vice versa love.
Why is
Why?
it your favorite?
Why is it my favorite? The way how I sing it and the energy that I put out on that song.
Helping and vice versa love to all the hungry. Vice versa love, come on and get some. Vice versa love, come on and get it. Vice versa love.
Yes, that's why it's my favorite. And I'm the type of person who love to do different genre of music. So, you know what I mean? That was one of my ace.
Artists have their signature sounds, and yours is shoodly wap, shoodly whoa. Where did that come from?
When I was a kid, there was this downhill place at my grandmother's house. That when I say, like if I say, yo, it will keep on echoing and echoing and echoing and echoing. So from there, I get my inspiration, you know?
When we were talking outside, you spoke to getting the opportunity to go to London and record, and then you spoke to, that's when you started making money. But how did you get to go to London?
Well, they booked me for a show at a club called 100 Club in the West End. And that's where it started from.
But who booked you? At this time, your music was on the charts. How did they get to booking you in London?
My song wasn't on the chart them times I'm talking about. Them times I was young, I was just a newcomer. You know what I mean? And it take off big time in England.
Which one of the songs?
Collyweed, Shine Eye Girl, Bounty Hunter album. All those tracks on the album. Yes.
Who was managing you at the time?
There was no manager, more like damager.
So when they made contact for you to perform in London, who did they speak with?
They actually speak to somebody from Greensleeve Record and they get in touch with me. Yes.
And then you went to London and you performed, and the
It was a killer.
rest is history. You started making money from then. But you moved to London. Tell me about the move to London, living in London.
Well, I moved to London because when I go there for the first time, there's a lot of things that I was learning. They was teaching me, oh, this is how the business function, mechanical royalties, publishing, all of that I didn't know. I went to England and learned about it. And I said, wow, sounds interesting. That's when I decided to say, you know what, I'm gonna take a break in England. And I don't regret a moment of it.
There were some persons who thought that you threw Jamaica behind you and gone to work in London.
No, that's what they think and said. Yes, but no. I was there defending Jamaica. That's what I was doing. Because I remember 1983, there was a Black Echo Music Award when I was collecting Best International Artist for the Year and Record of the Year. So what that said, I was still representing my country, outside of my country. So that was a good look.
When did you decide to return to Jamaica?
It's after I signed a deal with London Record and I see what England was all about. They put up money to make an album, and then they want to charge me full on their money. I didn't get that money. That money was put up to do the album. So it's not money that was in my pocket. That was money to make the album. And they decided to run down on me big time. So I said, whoa, this is not gonna work. So I decided that I'm gonna come home.
If you were to describe your greatest moment or your greatest success within your career?
Is when I was in England, when I did Under My Sensi, and was there going on, because I was there for a while and nothing was going on. Because the couple songs that I have there, them kind of boiled down, and boom, I met up with Jazz Crew, and he said, you have this rhythm, and I do Under My Sensi. And after I did Under My Sensi, boom, we release it, and it go boom, right to #1 on Black Echo's chart, Black Echo's reggae chart. Then we go back in the studio and say, okay, we need a follow-up single. And we did Broader Than Broadway. So now, this time, we have the #1 spot and the #2 spot, and that's where I end up in the Guinness Book of Records, 1983, for Reggae Artist of the Year, because I have the #1 spot and for a full month. You know what I mean?
How was your family reacting to that? How were you feeling?
My family, no, I was feeling good because I was there living on high top, depending on my girlfriend. And I didn't feel like I was a man, and a man's supposed to provide for his woman. So I never did feel good. But when I get that song...
And this was your girlfriend in London?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I started to make money now. I decided to refurbish the room. Then I started to feel good within myself that, you know what I mean, I can put food at the table for me and my girlfriend.
Did you marry her?
No.
Why?
Because I was too young.
How old were you at the time?
I was like 16, 17.
This is such an interesting story. Tell me when you became a father.
I remember when I became a father. I was a father in Jamaica before I went to England. Mm-hmm. My first son, Barrington Levy Jr. And that's when I realized that, hey, you're not alone anymore, my nigga. You need to move up the thing. Because you have the miserable baby mother when named Rosie name. She in a ramp to come defend the food. And at that time, it was www.hungry.com.
Is that the Rosie that you sing about?
No, I didn't sing about her, but no, I didn't sing about Rosie. You understand? Inexperienced, young, growing up, pursue a career in music. I never ready for no kid, but the thing is, the youth band, so I have to start, make preparation to see that he's all right. Mm-hmm. Yes, it wasn't pretty, so I could say to a young youth that is coming up in trying to make life, make ends meet. Don't rush to get no kids. Don't let nobody boat you and tell about call, man guinea and you don't have any baby and this and that, because it's a responsibility. Are you ready for this? So it was hard getting my first son.